This morning, we are learning that President Donald Trump secretly switched planes when leaving the NATO summit in Turkey last month. It was reported that there was an Iranian assassination threat against him. And take a look, there is video that shows the president boarding Air Force One, but new reporting says that the president used a catering truck to secretly get on a different plane to the UK.